Tastes and sounds good, right? My name is Gael Adrian Ramírez Terrazas, and let me tell you that if we combine all the water that is in the earth, including the one in the air, we will get a volume of 1,386 million cubic kilometers, which is only the 0.02% of the planet. But how? The 71% of our planet is covered out of water. This means that it is just a thin layer in the surface covering the huge amount of mass that makes up the earth. And you thought that this percentage was small? Then you'll be surprised to hear that fresh water represents the 0.7% from that 0.02. It's almost nothing. We have too little water. Now I think on two things. We have too little water and too many people contaminating the world. And we haven't yet discovered the total of that small amount. I thought that 0.02% was too little. And it surprises me that we have just discovered the 5% from that 0.02. And I want to question you. Would you imagine a desert planet? Walking for kilometers and not finding a single drop of water? Close your eyes and tell me, how does the earth look? A lot of movies have shown us similar scenarios. And, well, it has happened in rivers and lakes. Will it be less real if I told you that the ocean may be the next one? Now, let's start with the main topic. In this speech, I'll mainly talk about warmer SSTs, sea surface temperatures. What are their causes and their consequences? I hope I can make you see what's really happening in the earth, because I want these facts to have an impact on you. The oceans play a very important role in regulating the earth's weather and climate. The ocean and the atmosphere have been exchanging heat since the beginning of their existence, as if they were hugging, but now the ocean is absorbing too much heat that is trapped in the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases are being released in the ocean because the atmosphere doesn't really want them. Higher sea surface temperatures mean exactly what they say, the warming of the ocean. The primary cause of the rising sea surface levels is climate warming due to excessive amount of greenhouse gas emissions being released into the atmosphere. And then this heat raises the temperature of the sea surface. Water expands as it warms, and the increased volumes causes sea levels to rise. Higher sea surface temperatures melt glaciers and intercontinental ice caps, adding water to the ocean. Imagine how many animals have lost or are losing their homes by this moment. According to the IPCC, or the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, global sea surface temperatures are expected to rise on approximately by 0.4 to 1.1 degrees Celsius by 2025. Since the oceans continually interact with the atmosphere through the water cycle, and increasing the average global sea surface temperatures will have an impact on weather and climate systems. Higher temperatures increase the amount of water vapor. This makes heavy rains and also contributes to droughts in some areas. And how much heat has the ocean absorbed? Well, the IPCC revealed that the ocean has absorbed more than 93% of the greenhouse gas emissions, of the excess heat released from the greenhouse gas emissions since the 1970s. And a lot of studies, such as Hoyos' study from 2006, proved that higher SSTs in tropical zones increase hurricanes and cyclones intensity. This change will imply an even larger percentage increase in the destructive potential per storm. The larger increases in tropical Atlantic sea surface temperatures predicted for the late 21st centuries will imply very substantial increases in hurricanes' destructive potential, roughly at 300% in the PDA by 2100. Here you can watch an image on how since the 1880 the temperatures have risen. The sea temperature has been consistently higher during the past 3 decades than in any other time. As you see, there have been small changes, but these small changes have produced big problems. From all what I said, I think that the oxygenation has been the worst consequence from all the ones caused by warming SSTs. And the motto of the American Lung Association says, if you can't breathe, nothing else matters. Over the past 50 years, global dissolved oxygen in the ocean has decreased by 2%, and scientific data indicate that this trend is set to continue. And I'm not joking. Even the smallest fall in oxygen levels can create significant issues. Oxygen is declining in the open ocean and coastal waters because of increasing global temperatures and excessive nutrients. This loss of oxygen compounds problems from ocean warming and acidification, threatening marine life and fisheries around the world, according to a new report made by the IUCN. Runoff from rivers bring excessive nutrients like phosphorus, resulting in severe oxygen depletion and animal deaths. An example is the Baltic Sea, where oxygen depletion near the seabed has resulted in extensive dead zones. Here is a photo of the Baltic Sea. According to the IUCN, ocean oxygen levels are expected to fall on average by 3 to 4% by 2100. And much of the oxygen loss is concentrated in the open 1000 meters, where there are more species. These slight reductions can induce oxygen stress in marine organisms by depriving them of an adequate oxygen supply. Ocean ecosystems are losing oxygen because of two main causes. The first one has to do with ocean warming, as I already said, and the second reason has to do with the excessive growth of algae because of as a result of the increase of temperatures combined with a process known as eutrophication that makes the nutrient-rich coastal areas smaller. In 2011, there were around 700 sites worldwide affected by low oxygen conditions, and the volume of depleted areas of oxygen has quadrupled since the 1960s. Here you can watch an image on how the oxygenation and eutrophication work. Now you see why this is important? According to the IUCN, the ocean represents 97% of the physical habitable space on Earth, and is essential for sustaining life. If we lose just a part of that whole, all the other sides will be lost because they depend on each other. To end my speech, I want to say that the ocean can save our lives, but higher sea surface temperatures and the oxygenation is finishing it. The planet is our home, and it is not getting as much importance as it should have. We are one with our planet, but he still doesn't need us for continuing his existence. As Bill Clinton said, we know that when we protect our oceans, we are protecting our future. So, do you want to protect your future?